Hey guys, this is Manifesting Better, and I'm back with another video and another topic that needs to be addressed. I also have an Instagram account. The link for that is in the description box below. Coaching is also available. The link for that too is in the description box below. Now, in my last video, I promised you guys that I would be making a video on what is the difference between a response and a reaction. So I will be covering that topic in today's video only. But first I thought that it is important and it is necessary to cover this topic first so that that topic makes more sense. So what is the topic? The topic is why it's okay to sometimes walk away in the physical world. Now this is going to be an SP focused post, and I'm going to be covering this post from the perspective of only for people who are manifesting a specific person. So this is a question that gets asked a lot, and I am going to clear it up for you, that why it's okay to sometimes walk away. For that, I need to tell you what do I mean by walking away. I mean cutting contact, not replying, not indulging in conversations. So what happens is, let's say you got to know about manifesting and then you started persisting and you saw some movement, right? Or you already were in contact, or you follow each other on social media. Basically, in some way, shape, or form, you're connected. You're seeing their pictures, or your friends are talking about it, or in any way, you are getting to know more about them and you are being connected with them. And something happens which has the potential to make you react, right? They might say or post something, or they might act like their old version. Here we often get into this struggle of what to do, how to handle that, and if it's okay to not reply and to remove them from social media. I am here to tell you very clearly that it's perfectly fine to respect your boundaries. It's perfectly fine to not reply or to not talk or to unfollow them. With this, I don't mean that you react and you go crazy on them with things like, why did you do this to me? How can you do this to me, etc. This just means that you love yourself enough to know that if something is going to hurt you, you don't indulge with it. Now, in the second part of the video, I will tell you what the difference between response and a reaction is, so that you can know better on which one are you on. See, the only reason people are afraid to walk away or they keep tolerating this version is because they think that cutting contact will actually push them away, which is absolutely not true. They are just reflecting you, and if this is hindering your ability to live in the end, it's actually harming you. They will only conform if you first conform your inner self. Without that, there is no go to, right? This version of them has nothing to do with the ideal version of them. And you respecting yourself enough to not put yourself in positions to get hurt is the biggest form of self-love. The only reason it hurts so much is because you expect things to turn out a certain way in a certain time. But that is not in your control, right? The end is, and that end will come to pass based on your inner self, which should always be your primary focus. Let me give you an example with this. Let's say you are in a dynamic with your SP where you are in a friends with benefits situation and you want more and you are manifesting more and they at the moment don't. There can be two things that can be there in this situation. One is, if you are stable enough to actually be in contact and actually be in that friends with benefits dynamic, that you can enjoy that dynamic no matter what comes out of it, and you are still able to live in the end in your mind, then do that. But if you know that I am only taking this situation, I'm only being friends with benefits with them because I somewhere know that I think that this is going to take me to my end and I am not enjoying this at the moment and this is just making me react, then please get out of it. Because what is happening is that under the pretense of movement, you're doing two things. One, you are not appreciating yourself because this is something you don't actually want. You're only clinging on to this because you think that this is going to take you to your manifestation. And it's full of fear, it's full of lack, right? And when you keep interacting with this version of them, and when you keep taking in the old story again and again, it's becoming hard and hard for you every day to live in the end with it, and it is becoming an issue. That is why sometimes it's okay to walk away from that. Manifesting a specific person doesn't mean that you harm your mental health based on that, or that you basically, cross your boundaries just to manifest this one person. Being in love with them doesn't make you a slave towards your feelings for them, or doesn't mean that you disrespect yourself on every turn. And the thing is that it's not just friends with benefits. It's many a times we are in contact with them even when we don't want to be in contact with this version of them, is because we think that what if I cut contact? I will not even get this. I will not even get this validation. And what if it doesn't turn out? Like, that is fear, and you cannot keep acting on your fears. If you are only in contact just because you think that this contact is going to get me my manifestation, it's not, because this contact is making you react. Again, if you are stable enough that you are enjoying that contact and still being able to live in the end, then that's perfect. Keep doing that. I'm not saying don't, but you understand what I'm talking about, right? Now let's talk about boundaries, right? So this is where I will first tell you the difference between reacting and responding. Now, what is reacting? Reacting looks something like this. Why did you do this? How can you do this to me? You're an asshole. You are this and that, and like, what I mean to say. Now, what is responding? Responding is, I really don't appreciate what you did, so I'm going to need some distance. Or, I really didn't like the way you did that, but anyhow, how was your day? Or, I don't like when you do this, can you please not do it again? You see, there is this fine line between letting someone know about your emotions and going crazy on them, right? And ruining your own progress. Responding is creating a boundary in the physical world. It's not taking bullshit and just stating it and getting back on track. Reacting is freaking out on them and not realizing you are in control. Now, if a person isn't with you in the physical world and you are manifesting them to come, and they tell you, hi, how are you, when you are in no contact, and then you go saying, I don't appreciate you not texting me all the time. That's not how it will go. You need to see where your dynamic is. If you guys are in a no contact situation and they are texting you from time to time and you don't like that, that's a separate thing. But you cannot compare the two versions and respond based on that. Two versions being one version of them that is in the physical world and one that is in your mind, right? Right. So, yeah. It is for situations, responding is for situations where they are actually being disrespectful as per their version of the 3D, not the version that you're manifesting, right? For example, them making a plan and canceling at the last minute. Yes, you can let them know that I didn't appreciate that. But if you aren't in regular contact and they don't text you for 2 days, then that's not their responsibility at the moment to do that. And then if you are acting on that, then you need to first work on yourself rather than reacting. That would still count as reacting, right? Please note that always respect your boundaries, no matter who it is, no matter what person this is, no matter how much you love them. Respecting your boundaries in the physical world, and take yourself out of the situations where you are not appreciated. You don't have to stay in a dynamic, friends with benefits, contact, anything, even follow them on social media if you're not enjoying it. And no, it won't affect your manifestation. Also, please note this one thing. If there is abuse of any sort involved, please take yourself out of this situation right now. In no way, shape or form, even if you're manifesting a person, even if you're manifesting them, is that going to be helpful for you? In no way. I hope that I intend that all the things that I covered in this video are clear to you. I know this is a longer video and I know that I covered a lot of topics. So please watch it twice to get the full understanding of it. So yeah, I will see you in the next one.